You can see it when you see me, but you gotta believe me. Ain't nothing coming easy my way. I know I'm fucking weird, but it's fucking work. You can see it when you see me, but you gotta believe me. Ain't nothing coming easy my way. I know I'm fucking weird, but it's fucking work. You gotta excuse the way my team feel. I mean, we work so damn hard to make this dream real. We eat, drink, success with never ending refills.
All this time. Can you hear me now? Why does that not surprise me? So, where was I? Ha ha! That's always fun. So this is the whole point. The whole point of doing all this is to work out these little technical difficulties. All right. So I see that you guys could not hear me before. So let me just get right back at you and say, hell yeah, thanks for coming. You know, I know that my dogs are watching, and if you ain't, I know you will be. And if you ain't my dog and you're watching, you will be. So just letting you guys know taking it from the top that I've been doing this every other night for the past week or so. I'm just doing a little bit of information, just trying to try out different things and see how things work. In the process of letting you guys know that I've been working hard to put together a method of keeping in touch with you guys. It wasn't my idea. But I'm excited about what it's come to. We're going to do a live stream podcast every Thursday at 6 o'clock Pacific. That's 9 Eastern, starting September 8th. And the point of that podcast is to talk about what it means to get busy living, to broadcast my attempt to break the streak that I was on when I got injured. More on that in a minute. To raise awareness for those that are going through what I've been through, and to help the Help Swede Walk Again organization help 10 people walk again. And most importantly, to throw you guys the huge party that I promised when I was at my worst. Go back and look it up. It's actually on the YouTube channel, the Help Swede Walk Again YouTube channel, the Get Busy Living YouTube channel. You can go look up that live broadcast where they came into my ICU and they gave me an opportunity to talk. And I was like, you guys help me out of this jam and I'll throw you a huge party. So I'm on the hook for a huge party. And this is how we're going to pull it off. Starting in September 8th, it's going to be me, you, your mama, your cousin too. I got a co-pilot. I got tons of guests lined up. Well, I got tons of ideas for guests. And I've had tons of people tell me, hell yeah, man, I do that. But I haven't written any names down yet. So we're going to have ways for you guys to email us and let us know who's interested in being a guest and what that entails. It's going to be fun. But not only are you guys going to be able to be a guest on my show, but I'm hoping to be a guest in your show. I am going to hand deliver hugs around for every single one of you guys that has chipped in to get me here. So the Get Busy Living podcast kicking off in September, every Thursday coming at you. We're going to broadcast all of our destinations wherever we go on our live channel. So if you are going to be one of the people that we are going to be lucky enough to come see, know that we might be broadcasting from your living room. So the point of the podcast is to help people do what I like to think is why I'm still around. I think that I was trying to get busy living at all times since the time I was a kid. When Graham told me I could do whatever I want, I set my mind to it. And I just had this dream of flying around the world like Superman. And, for all intents and purposes, that's what I was doing when I got injured. And I could not think of a better way to honor the deeds that you guys did for me to rescue me and bring me back than to pick up where I left off getting busy living. And it's been a long road to get here. But it's been super fulfilling. I've had some really, really wonderful moments with a lot of you guys that helped me get here. And, man, it's hard to say that it's not worth it, man. I mean, I've been the recipient of so much love and such an outpour of support that, I'm just here to get busy living with you guys and keep on spreading that love. So come at me every Thursday. I'm going to be bringing at you some music, hopefully, from my friends that are musicians. I'm going to be bringing at you some thought process from my people that are thinkers. Going to bring at you some fashion sense for my people that are good at looking good, but the Get Busy Living Project, really most importantly, is to try to throw the huge party. That's the project. The podcast is going to be me documenting the trips. The trips are the entertainment value to help you guys tune in, have something to watch while we're talking about other stuff. And hopefully by putting together the power of having an entertaining, compelling story, which is me trying to break my streak, and the guests that come on the show to help us make you laugh. Because if you haven't noticed, man, this just me stuff ain't it. I don't think I've ever been alone in the room by myself talking like this before until I started to try to do this. So it's going to be so much better once I have you guys as guests. Once a week, each week will be a different guest. Each month will be a different destination. I got 55 months to go. So I had somebody ask recently, what does it mean to get busy living? And I'm sure that we all have our own definitions of what you think when you hear the term get busy living. But I can tell you this, that a girl a couple of years ago, a girl that was a guest at my guest house when I lived in Bali, who ended up moving in and living there with us. And she was like, why do you say get busy living? And I was like, well, it's from Shawshank. And if you're watching this, or if you ever watch this and you don't give me a hell yeah for Shawshank, man, I don't know if we could be friends. We might have to convince me. But Shawshank is one of my all-time favorite jams. And there's a scene in there where he talks about either get busy living or get busy dying. And I think that scene resonates with me. And I feel like, in some ways, my whole life, I felt like I was somewhat imprisoned. I don't know if it's imprisoned by my mindset, if it's imprisoned by poverty, or just not having a ride. I've been through that too. I felt like that. And so I've been motivated to try to get up, get out and get busy since I was a kid. And so when that movie came out and I saw that line, man, it was the inspiration for what became a little project that me and the Wolf Scooty Wells kicked off when I was living in Australia. And then I took it into Indonesia. And I'm going to have him as a guest on the show, and I'll let him tell you his version of what it means to get busy living and where that business went and why we are where we are now. That'll be an exciting story. But I just want to, say that I have no intentions of doing anything alone ever again. There were many, many months when I was on those vacations where I didn't have somebody with me that I can look back on and say, remember when we went there? I did so many road trips. I know a lot of you guys I came at you, but I wasn't riding with you, And sometimes, people tell me that things happen for a reason. And I wonder what's the reason that, that roof had to cave in. And I wonder if it isn't because I was out there doing all that and not having a major impact on everybody else's ability to do it too. So that's why I'm going to try to turn what could be a very compelling story, a very fun destination and journey that we can all do together, into a big attention getter. Because if it's a big attention getter, then that means that we're all going to benefit. The way that we all know that, with the audience is for sale. So if we can grow this audience and we can show people how to get busy living by coming at them to their towns and getting busy living, and then throw people a huge party at the end to say thank you for rescuing my life, man, I feel like that's a worthwhile cause. So that's the Get Busy Living podcast, coming at you every Thursday starting September 8th. We're going to chronicle my attempt to come at you and say thank you for helping me get out of that Balinese hospital, for helping me get through that ICU in Malaysia, helping me get back here to the US and back on my feet. I am a huge vessel of gratitude, and I couldn't say thank you enough. So rather than saying it, I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to broadcast my attempt to hug every one of you guys. The Get Busy Living podcast coming at you guys.